A very good morning, Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond the Television Network. And we are looking at what President also Chamisa said. There is a lot which is happening politically. There are a lot of expectations also politically. But we need to look at this and understand what is really going on and what is transpiring at this point in time. President also Chamisa issued this ex post, and this comes after a lot of clashes with critics and some people, especially vanadai madai. So a lot of people have been accusing President Nelson Chamisa of failing to defend the constitution, and this is something which we need to look at. He says the significance of dust. So this is the issue he's talking about, and he's saying whenever you see dust, you have to understand that it's not the dust that matters, but there is something causing the dust to be seen. So he says that dust is evidence of motion, traction, and cruising. If there is dust, there is movement. You don't kick up dust standing still. Motion leaves a mark. Don't fear the raising of dust. It proves you are moving forward and are headed somewhere. If dust is rising, progress is happening. Don't worry about dust. Dust responds to organic motion and organic action. Dust can't just resist the motion of strong winds. So President Nelson Chamisa is simply saying all these people we are hearing making a lot of noise is because there is something which is happening, is because they feel that the strong winds are in motion and a lot is happening. There is a lot of shift politically. The political ground is quite different now. So we expected to see more attacks on President Nelson Chamisa. The moment he said, I'm back, the moment he said, we are now fighting back, we expected to see these things happening. So why are the attacks at this point in time? What you need to note is we have had lazy people in the opposition circles. We have had people who never believed that change must happen in Zimbabwe. Those are the people who have been on the forefront in opposition politics. But what is the difference now is President Nelson Chamisa is saying we need to work with serious people. We don't need to work with activists who are looking for money. We need to work with people who get into activism to bring change, not to make activism a way of life or a way to make money. We have talked a lot about this issue, but a lot of people do not understand this. Some of us tunotenda kumaruzeva, tunotogara kuruzeva tichirima, because we believe in hard work. Saka we believe kuti tinofana kudya zvatashanda, not kuti we have to wait for someone to come and give us money. It's not a matter of saying I'm fighting this so that I can feed, so that I can make money. It's a matter of change. Say that we can participate economically. That is the idea of President Nelson Chamisa. So whenever you see these people making noise, whenever you see all these attacks coming to President Nelson Chamisa, you have to understand one thing, that the people who are attacking President Nelson Chamisa, they feel excluded from eating. So when you are a leader and you are talking about change, and you are talking about a new governance course, you are talking about new direction, the people who have been benefiting from activism, they feel as if they are being challenged because they've never worked. Tarisai vanhu vazhinji vari kupopotera vachamisa kana vane dzimba havana kushandira dzimba idzodzo, kana vane mota havana kushandira mota idzodzo. So there is a difference kumunhu ari kushanda nesimba but mari yake haisi kukwanisa kuita anything because of a bad economy. There are certain people who are in the diaspora who have worked so hard, but the benefits are too low. The return is too low in Zimbabwe. Why? Is because the economy is not functioning. So if you put that person who is working so hard, but the returns cannot be felt because of a bad economy, you take that person and then put the same person on a table with an activist who arrested several times because they are working, ndoko vari kutoti kubasa kwacho ikoko kana vakasasungwa nezvisiri kufamba kwavari. Vane nguva dzavanotoenda kunoita misikanzwa so that vanotomboti vasungwe chete so that they make money. put the same table, you understand what we are talking about. That is the reason why they defend up until they are no longer eating. They change course, they change direction. Munhu ari principled will never change his position or direction based on what he is getting financially. Munhu ari principled anomira nemaprinciples ake. Kana tikataura kuti ZANU-PF must go, it must go whether we are eating or not. Kana tikataura kuti we need change whether we are eating or not. It's not about ourselves, it's about the people, it's about the nation, it's about the masses. So President Nelson Chamisa came and said, guys, we cannot defend something which is no longer there. It's like, I want to give you an example. When your father is sick, you take your father to the hospital, you take your father to the doctors, you do everything you can to make sure that your father lives. Why are you doing that? You know that once your father is dead, you can't resurrect him. So the situation in Zimbabwe, we fought so hard to protect the constitution, but we were conquered. The constitution is now dead and buried. So we cannot continue to rely on something which is now dead and buried. This constitution no longer serves. It's like a father. Your father is now dead. You have to bury your father and you have to forge ahead. You have to find ways to survive without it. So at this point in time, we are forging ahead without it. That is what we are waiting for. We will need a new father. We will need Sarapavana kuti auye. That is the situation we are looking at as the citizens at this point in time. We need to revive, the Zimbabwean economy, but we can't do it without proper functioning politics. We can't do it without proper functioning mindsets. We can't do it with the current crop which we have right now. When you're looking at people, the statements and the arguments they are making against President Nelson Chamisa, I was laughing at Monzora, the comments he made about President Chamisa, and you wonder, so my message to the people of Zimbabwe is, we are not here to joke. Why? It's because we are not here to address young people. We are here to address serious Zimbabweans, serious people who are so serious about their lives, people who have worked since their 20s. The majority of the people we have right here are in their 30s, late 30s, 40s and 50s. Those are the age groups we are addressing on a daily basis. Those are the age groups who are serious on political matters in Zimbabwe. So we are not here to play with such people, because these are people who are now saying, we no longer have time. We still need to work for our children whilst we can. We need to leave our children in a better position. That is the cry of the majority of the people we are talking to right here. So for people to come and joke with the future of such people, it's not right. That is not right. That is the reason why you see President Nelson Chamisa, he critically thinks each and every time to say, I am representing a generation of adults. I am representing a generation of people who no longer have time on their side. Because simba kana uchiri naro ndo pauri kufanira kushanda. It will come to a point where you can no longer work. The Bible is clear. It says work during the day, because the night will come. The night shall come. When we have reached our old age, we won't be able to compete and work. It will come to a point where even employers will be looking at you and in your 40s, and they'll be preferring someone who is in his 20s and early 30s. Why? Is because those are the people who will be more active in terms of working. We need to create a country where people will work, leave their jobs, start their own things, start to employ. So we are running out of time. That is the reason why you see we agree with President Nelson Chamisa each and every time, because we believe that this is no longer a personal issue. It's a generational issue. It's a race against the time. We can't continue to have ZANU-PF in charge. We can't continue to have ZANU-PF in power. So the reason why they are criticizing, the reason why they are angry, is because they feel the power of President Nelson Chamisa. They feel that President Nelson Chamisa, the man, is back. So look at Zanu PF. They were quiet all along. But the moment President Nelson Chamisa announces something, they're running around trying to go to court. Even vasati vatombotaura kuti musangano wedu uyo wa launch wa chaizvo. This is just an announcement kuti ndadzoka politics. Hapasati vatombolaunchwa political party. Vari kumhanya kuma courts kwese vari kumhanya. Why? Because they're scared. They're running scared, including activists, cashivists, people who have relied more on donations, who have relied more on handouts. You know, we need to build this nation called Zimbabwe together. But kana tine vanhu vari greedy, tine vanhu vanokara, we will never be able to do that. You can't be a man who is always asking on daily basis. You have to ask only when things are very difficult for you, things are hard for you, and you are asking for something to go back onto your feet. Once you go, you get back to your feet, you start or you continue with the journey. Not this issue kuti nhasi wakumbira mangwana wakumbira. It can't be a Zimbabwe. So I hope and believe that we have change in the nation of Zimbabwe. I hope and believe that the people of Zimbabwe would understand where we are going. And this is the statement of President Nelson Chamisa. Vari kuti ukaona guruva, zakuti kuseri kweguruva kune chiri kuitika. So that is the reason why these people are scared. That is the reason why everyone is running around. But what I can assure the people of Zimbabwe is change is possible, change is coming, and that there is nothing these people will do to stop what God has prepared for the people of Zimbabwe. So my message to the people of Zimbabwe is, hang on, let us continue to fight. We are getting there.